Round to my uncle to get rid of me for the weekend, and I was the son he never had, so I got to, ride out in his car, and he had an MG sports car.
Jeff Beck is an English musician, songwriter, composer, film score composer, and actor. He rose to prominence with the Yardbirds and after fronted the Jeff Beck Group and Beck, Bogert, and Appice. Beck is considered among the greatest players in history with Rolling Stone, upon whose cover he's appeared 3 times, describing him as one of the most influential and lead guitarists in rock. Beck has earned wide critical praise and received the Grammy Award for Best Rock Instrumental Performance 6 times and Best Pop Instrumental Performance once. In 2014, he received the British Academy's Ivor Novello Award for Outstanding Contribution to British Music. Beck has been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame twice, as a member of the Yardbirds and as a solo artist.
And because what we'd gone to see was too busy, they decided to go back home. And the consolation prize was a copy of Rodney Custom magazine.
If you enjoy these videos, please remember to hit the like button, as it does help us out a lot. And comment below who your favorite celebrity is that you'd love to see in an upcoming video. His full name is Jeffrey Arnold Beck, but is also known as the Governor, and guitarist. He was born June 24, 1944 in Wallington, Surrey, England, United Kingdom, making him age 77 at the time of this production. He stands at 1.78 meters or 5 feet 10 inches tall. The star sign of Jeff Beck is Cancer. The musician loves classic Ford hot rods and performs much of the work on the exterior as well as the engines of the cars by himself. The color of Jeff's eyes is blue, while his hair is dark brown, and he weighs 73 kilograms. His favorite guitars include a Fender Telecaster with humbuckers, which he got from Seymour Duncan, the Fender Strat he got from John McLaughlin, an original Gretsch Rancher, a 1954 Telecaster, which he plugs in and demos, and a 1956 Gretsch Duo Jet. Beck has cited Les Paul as the first electric guitar player who impressed him. Cliff Gallup, the lead guitarist with Gene Vincent and the Blue Caps, was also an early musical influence, followed by B.B. King and Steve Cropper. Beck considers Lonnie Mack a rock guitarist who is unjustly overlooked and a major influence on him and many others. He's a patron of the Folly Wildlife Rescue Trust. Beck stopped a regular use of a pick in 1980. He produces a wide variety of sounds by using his thumb to pluck the strings, his ring finger on the volume knob, and his little finger on the vibrato bar on his signature Fender Stratocaster. According to guitarist and author Jack Wilkins, Beck is regarded alongside Jimi Hendrix and Eric Clapton as one of the generation's greatest guitarists, receiving praise for his technical skill and versatile playing. According to musicologist and historian Bob Gula, Beck is credited for popularizing the use of audio feedback and distortion in rock guitar. Prior to Beck's arrival, guitar playing generally conformed to the clean, bright, and jangly sounds of early 1960s British invasion bands or the bluesy aesthetic of 1950s African-American performers like Muddy Waters and Bo Diddley. Back in 1963, he married Patricia Brown, and later in 1967, the couple divorced. And during his stint with the Yardbirds, Jeff was romantically linked to Mary Hughes. He also dated Sandra Cash in 2004, Celia Hammond from 1968 to 1992, and Jenny Dean. He also had encounters with Sable Starr, Lori Maddox, Dee Dee Keel, Wendy Moore, Heather Daltrey, and Lucy Overall. Back in 2005, Jeff married Sandra Beck, and the couple still live together in Wadhurst, East Sussex.
A car this nice, but it was already done, And I found this guy's website, and he had about 50 shots of the underneath and really, really fine detail. It was perfect.
He's the son of Arnold and Ethel Beck. As a 10-year-old, Beck sang in a church choir. He attended Sutton Manor School and Sutton East County Secondary Modern School. Beck has said that he first heard an electric guitar when he was 6 years old and heard Paul playing How High the Moon on the radio. As a teenager, he learned to play on a borrowed guitar and made several attempts to build his own instrument. Upon leaving school, he attended Wimbledon College of Art, after which he was briefly employed as a painter and decorator, a groundsman on a golf course, and a car paint sprayer. Beck's sister, Annetta, introduced him to Jimmy Page when both were teenagers. While still attending Wimbledon College of Art, Beck was playing in a succession of groups, including Screaming Lord Sutch and the Savages during 1962, when they recorded Dracula's Daughter and Come Back Baby for Oriole Records. In 1963, after Ian Stewart of the Rolling Stones introduced him to R&B, he formed The Night Shift. Beck joined the Rumbles in 1963 for a short period as lead guitarist, playing Gene Vincent and Buddy Holly songs, displaying a talent for mimicking guitar styles. Later in 1963, he joined the Tridents, a band from the Chiswick area. In March 1965, Beck was recruited by the Yardbirds to succeed Eric Clapton on the recommendation of fellow session musician Jimmy Page, who had been their initial choice. The Yardbirds recorded most of their top 40 hit songs during Beck's short but significant 20-month tenure with the band, allowing him only one full album, which became known as Roger the Engineer. Later, Jeff formed the Jeff Beck Group. This group recorded 2 albums for Columbia Records. During the 1970s, Jeff had regained his health, and he again started his own band, the Jeff Beck Group. In 1971, they released the first album called Rough and Ready, and the second album, known as Jeff Beck Group, was released in 1972. Jeff released his solo album, Blow by Blow, in 1975, and in the 1980s, he made a series of historic live appearances, such as the concert The Secret Policeman's Other Ball. He also appeared with Clapton on Crossroads. He continues to release albums and perform in live concerts. On April 16, 2020, Beck released a new single in which he collaborated with Johnny Depp to cover John Lennon's song Isolation, stating this is the first release of an ongoing musical collaboration between the two.
Opportunities. So, but I had already bought a nice house with a proper fitted out garage, you know, and everything was just right for building.
The majority of Jeff's income comes from the albums as well as the singles he released for his band. The guitarist has also performed in a number of live concerts and has added a hefty sum of money to his account. He's earned money through his career with Yardbirds as well as his own band called the Jeff Beck Group. Moreover, his musical tours are also another source of income for this musician. As a solo artist, Beck released the album Blow by Blow, which peaked at number 4 on the charts and was extremely profitable for the musician. And in 2010, the guitarist earned $123,000 from the album Emotion and Commotion. He also makes money through merchandise, and fans can purchase several products from his official website. You can buy a Jeff Beck hoodie, Jeff Beck long sleeve, Jeff Beck vintage car tee, and Beck coffee mug from his website. He has a net worth of $18 million. Jeff lives in a country estate known as River Hall, and this property is located in Wadhurst, East Sussex. The house features 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, a spacious living room, and a swimming pool. Jeff owns the following cars: a 1963 Chevy Corvette split-window coupe, a 1932 Ford Deuce Roadster, a 1932 Ford Deuce Coupe, a 1932 5-window coupe, a 1932 3-window coupe, a 1947 MGTC, a 1963 Corvette Stingray, and a 2007 Chevrolet Corvette. Bristol 401, a Porsche 911, a Mustang Shelby,